that, bro.
All right, what's up, guys? So we haven't made a video in a long time, and honestly, there's no plan for this video. We're just gonna sit back and chit chat and catch up. So feel free to watch along, or you can skip this one completely, as this is more for the library for me and Josh for later. But Josh, you had a really productive day today, man. Tell me a little bit about that. More so, what you did. I want to know first, like, what got you going today, man? Because like we were talking a little bit earlier today, and like it sounded like you're all fired up. What really got you going, bro, like that?
Yeah, man. I'll talk. Can we speak English? All good. I'll ramble into this a little bit, and then we can go into your video too. But yeah, I don't know, man. I just kind of woke up, and again, I had lots of sleep.
Okay.
And I was like, I really want to. I was thinking about it last night. I'm like, tomorrow morning when I wake up. Yeah, I was thinking about it last night. I'm like, tomorrow morning when I wake up, I want to have a very intentional day. I want to wake up. It doesn't matter what time I wake up. I want to read my Bible and do my daily devotionals, what I did. And then I'm like, you know what? After that, I want to move my body a little bit, do a little stretch, a little yoga. And then I'm like, all right, I'll take a nice hot shower to get me going. And then I had my sister grab me a coffee, and she was just grabbing errands because I'm not leaving the house. So she's just doing like groceries. She got me a couple of things. And then I'm like, okay, I have like an hour maybe until she comes or so. And I'm like, in that hour, I've done everything. I've done my Bible study. I've done my showering. I've done my mini workout routine. Everything's clean. My bed's made. I'm like, I can probably bang out at least 1 to 2 videos for my reaction channel. Yeah. And I'm like thinking, Umar probably wants to do it a couple hours after I wake up. So I'm like, I can probably bang out like 1 or 2, and then I can do the thing with Umar later. And then, dude, I shot one, and I had so much fun, especially because I shot it with my iPhone, and the quality's so good, or much better than the other one. And then I'm like, you know what? Let's bang out another one. Then I saw the Pierce Morgan with Andrew Tate video, and it's released, and it's an hour long. So I'm like, you know what? Let's react to the whole thing. Let's break it up into 4 segments. So now I recorded 4 videos just like that. And then after that, right after that, I'm like, you know what? I've been in my room all day since like morning. It's like 3 something right now. Let's go outside and get fresh air. So I got my coat on and everything. And I went outside. And then that's when I'm like, you know what? It's nature. No one's around. And then I shot a 10-minute video for my personal challenge, just kind of like on everything I'm learning and things that are helping me grow. And I shot 2 more for my TikTok. And I don't know, I just felt really fired up. It was intentional from last night. And I was thinking, man, I'm like, you know what? If I really want, because you were talking about this in the other video too. And we talk about this a lot. Every couple of days we get inspired, we call each other. But I'm like, we really have to, like the last few days when you called me, I wasn't really inspired. And I don't know what that was. But I'm like, you know what? And obviously there's days that you feel more inspired than others. But today I just felt like, you know what? I really have to, if I want the things that I want, I really have to make an effort. And I can't be lazy. And, you know, at the end of the night, if I want to watch 30 minutes of Netflix, that's fine. But maximize as much as I can in the entire day. Shoot as much as I can. And I was really thinking about Andrew Tate too, when he was saying most people don't really know what hard work is. And I'm like, even then, all the videos I shot, I'm like, that's still not hard work because I can do so much more. And, but man, I don't know. I was just like, you know what? I'm like, this is the only thing that's kind of like in the way that's separating me from the things I want. Why not just keep showing up and do everything I can today? And I guarantee you it's going to compound. Like tomorrow, I'm going to wake up and do the same thing. And yeah, I don't want to ramble on too much.
No.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I just felt inspired. But yeah.
That's awesome, bro. Nah, bro, that's awesome. Because like, when you called me earlier, bro, like I was crazy. I was talking to my wife after. I'm like, yo, like Josh is fired up right now, like I've never seen before. Like you're talking about like crushing content, you're talking about getting rich, you're talking about all this crazy shit, bro, which I love, bro. Like this is like, it was crazy because reading a quote today saying how if your dreams are not big enough that they seem impossible, you're not dreaming big enough. It's clear, right? Your dream should almost be impossible. So like make it a irrealistic or realistic goal of like, I don't know, $1 million, $10 million, $15 million, even though that sounds insane. Why not shoot for the stars, bro? Because even if you did a quarter of that, you did 250, bro, that's a lot of ching to take home. But honestly, it's not even money, bro. It's just like with life, man. You know what's crazy, Josh? For the first time ever, I don't know if I ever told you this, but I write a journal. I'm not consistent, but in the year 2020, I pretty much wrote at least, I want to say 10 to 20 times a month. So like 20 out of 10, 20 of the days of the month, I wrote in this journal. So I went through 2020 a couple of days ago, and it was insane, bro. Because in the 2020 journal, I wrote, I want to lose 20 pounds. and I think in 2020, I lost about 15 or 16 pounds, which is awesome. Okay. At that time, I was much younger, 20. So I'm 21 years old. I wrote for my goals. I want to have $17,000 saved up in the bank because I think that was like the minimum I need for a deposit. I have a screenshot of my bank account in the journal, which is awesome because I put pictures in the whole journal of my bank account having like 16,000, like 500 and some change, which is awesome. One of my
Yeah.
goals for that year too was to buy a rental property. I bought a rental property in 2020. And one of like the goals was like, the only goal I didn't crush was like reading 24 books. I think I only read like 8 and like getting my real estate license, which after a certain point, I didn't realize was important for my career because I decided to do the YouTube stuff. But the crazy thing was like, bro, like I even have a picture of like a Corvette. This is like a year and a half to 2 years before I even owned the Corvette, which is insane. And I was looking at that, I'm like, damn, the power of like sometimes just writing this shit down and planning it. It's crazy because bro, the reality is thoughts become things. And then for me to go back and see that, bro, it actually gave me goosebumps and kind of like it was a scary feeling, bro. I don't know if that makes sense, but I'm like, what the flip? Like, this was literally just an idea that I'm going to save X amount of dollars. It could have been 40, it could have been 50, right? But I said I wanted to save 17. And miraculously, I saved 17. I said I want to buy a rental property. Miraculously, by the end of the year, I got a rental property. I said I want a Corvette. A year later, I have the Corvette. And it's all insane that, like, bro, like, if we just actually plan out. And the really cool thing about keeping a journal, Josh, is like, and then I recently started journaling again, starting in October, is like every day in the journal, you kind of feel like embarrassed or slacking. And I'll give you an example, right? Like, remember how in the past couple podcasts I was talking about drop shipping? I'm not gonna lie, because of the tape video I just filmed, the social media has been like taking a lot of energy out of me. I kind of like shifted focus from the drop shipping, which it's really sucky, right? But like when I'm writing my journal, and I'm not talking about drop shipping, I'm genuinely feeling embarrassed too much. And no one's gonna read the journal, bro. You're not gonna read the journal. My mom's not gonna read the journal. My wife's not gonna read the journal. It's 100% private. You know, maybe one day my grandkid can read it, but for now it's 100% private, right? And the crazy thing is, the journal has taught me to become accountable with myself.
Yeah. Wow.
Bro. And I don't want to disappoint myself. Bro, like at the end of the day, like we always like put this to like our father or our friends or like people that we respect in the community. We don't want to let them down, bro. But what happened to the mentality where I don't want to let you down? Like I don't want to let me down. You look in the mirror, like you don't want to let yourself down, right? That self-driven motivation is like what's really carrying me on, because now I'm seeing all my goals laid out and I'm like, I'm not crushing everything. Like, what do I have to do? Do I have to sleep less? Do I wake up earlier? Do I gotta cut this out? Am I wasting time here? How much time am I spending on my phone? How am I gonna make sure I hit every single goal? And I know I'm rambling, but it was crazy because me and my wife were talking about this the other night. Because like I have like 6 major things going on in my life right now. And I'm not including my faith or my marriage, right? Because that's obviously that succeeds all other things. But like I got 6 major things going on. Okay. I have the podcast with you, which I genuinely, Josh, I feel like we could really scale this. Like right now, it's nothing. Right now, it's just 2 dudes talking, journaling, whatever. But when you come down here and we actually have real guests and we treat this like a business and like it's gonna be done proper, it's gonna be a massive like financial stream of income, right? Through sponsors and through like ad revenues, and it's gonna be fun too. So that's one major thing I'm excited for. 2, the Reacts page with Release, and it's super cool because I don't care about the money, but I feel like ever since I moved to Calgary, I lost that connection with the old friend, and just like how I love you, bro, I love this guy too. So I feel like doing this Reacts channel, put the money aside, is just going to keep that friendship intact. So we always have something to do together. Once a week, we sit down, we do a Reacts video, kind of like how we're doing this like talk, okay? Which again, if we stay consistent, I can imagine that also reaching a broad audience, okay? Then I have the gaming channel, which again, I absolutely love. It's near and dear to my heart. We're literally about to hit 10,000 followers on TikTok, which is absolutely insane. So again, awesome. On my personal page, which right now I'm in a weird crossroad, whether I want to take it to continue doing finance stuff or I want to switch completely into the entertainment niche, kind of figuring that out right now. Then I have my Calgary, Toronto page, which again is another baby of mine that it was started off as a passion project. We're kind of like just vlogging and documenting our journey, highlighting places in Calgary, which again is going to grow into something, a massive business of its own. Then number 6 is a fitness challenge, bro, because like, again, I'm getting my fitness and my health in check. Bro, like now I look in the mirror, I can see my face slimming down, my body slimming down, my shirts are getting looser, which is insane. I'm starting to see the muscles come back, bro. You can see a little bit of muscles coming back.
Hey, let's go.
It's awesome, bro. Like I literally took like these 6 things and it dramatically changed my life. And the crazy part is everything circles around content. Like, bro, working out, I got to work out, but all I'm doing different for the challenge is I take my phone and record a little bit of the workout, store it in a separate library and get ready to post it one day, right? Now, I told you my 6 major things. And if you took in, there's 2 things that haven't made to that list. My fan page I run, on TikTok, which again has nothing to do with my long-term goals, and the dropshipping page for now. The dropshipping page comes in later in life when I create the marketing agency, but I need to find a way to bring it into my life, because if I can focus on these 6 content creation things first, because they're all relatively the same, I could grow them much faster than wasting my time doing something else, if that makes sense.
I agree, man. Man, that's a lot you just threw at
I
me, man.
know, bro. I'm so sorry. I just like rapid fired.
No, that was perfect, man. Going back before you said all that, the first point you made, I just wanted to touch on that a little bit, where you said self-accountability with the journal. I was like buzzing in my head, because when I heard that, I'm like, that's so interesting. Because when I was on my walk and I was doing my long form YouTube video for my personal challenge on like no fap and all that stuff, things I'm learning, that was one of the things that I picked up on. And I want to touch on this just a little bit too. Maybe, I don't know if you experienced this. I mean, obviously with journaling, but like when you're fapping and then when you take a break from it, you know, you probably know what probably before you got married, but you kind of know what I mean. When you have like a set schedule, and I talked a lot about this in the video, when you have a set schedule or tasks that you want to do and you want to achieve, but as soon as you do it, you're like, you're tired now. Now you start to make excuses and you start to justify. And I was talking about this because this is so important. It could be something as simple as going to the gym, but now you have no more energy because, right? Or reading, or cleaning your room, or just little tasks that's going to help you with your daily routine. And I was saying how now you don't want to do it, and that messes up with your self-esteem and your self-confidence.
100%.
And that's because now you said you're going to do something, but you no longer trust yourself because you didn't follow through with it. And when you do it every single day over time, it builds, just like the compound effect, just like habit stacking. These are bad habits that you're stacking. It's going to affect you either way. And then I started, and I was trying to explain and compare that with day 14 and where I'm at after 2 weeks. And I started to think, I'm like, the reason why I filmed so many videos today and it was so easy, or not easy, but it was almost like I didn't need any willpower, because I was thinking about it last night. I'm like, you know what, I'm going to do it today. It's because every day for 14 days, I told myself I'm not going to do something, and I abstained. I did it to the point, and so now my brain goes, oh, okay, I trust myself now. He said I'm going to do something, and I did it every single day for 14 days. I believe myself. I trust myself. Now it's not hard. Now it doesn't take willpower. Now it's not as confusing or as hard. It doesn't take like a lot for me to get off the couch or do this or do that. Now my brain's like, oh, okay, no problem. I trust myself, and it's a lot easier. And I was thinking about that. I'm like, that is so powerful. I mean, if that's not the reason enough to continue doing it, I don't know what is. And I was saying how one of the biggest tips I was trying to give was, if you tell someone, and in the form of me, I haven't really told anybody except for you, but I kind of did it secondhandly just by putting videos out there, and you were going to see it either way, right? But I'm like, for someone else that doesn't want to put videos out there, the idea of just telling someone, like a family member or a friend, is so powerful, because now you don't have, and it could be anything, it could be alcohol addiction, drug addiction, whatever it is. Now it doesn't have control over you. Because think about when you relapse and you go back to doing it. What happens is now it's just you. You haven't told anybody. You're in your dark pit by yourself. Maybe you pray about it, and I did all the time, but I'm still in that dark pit. There's no one accountable to me. There's no one I told. And now it's just me. And now it sort of justifies my behavior or anyone else's behavior to continue doing it again. So when you put it out there, or you tell a family member or a friend, then they're like, hey, how's it going? How you doing? After a couple of days, they check in on you. Or if I put a video online, like TikToks and YouTube shorts, then I have people commenting saying, hey, how's it going? Blah, blah, blah. I'm on day 2. Thanks for making this video. It doesn't matter if it's a lot of people that see it. Now there's a sense of accountability. I'm putting it out there. Now, even if I do get tempted, because we all do,
for sure,
tempted right into the lust, then I have to make a really, really, really important decision that I didn't make before. Now it's like, oh, well, it's not even about me. It's about the person that commented the other day saying, hey, man, I'm trying to, thanks for doing it. We'll do it together. Or, you know, if I don't do it, then like, how are they going to look at me, right? I have to set myself an example. And also it sort of sets the bar higher. It elevates a new standard. And I was just thinking about this. I was kind of rambling, just like I am now, on those thoughts in the video. And I'm like, man, that is so powerful.
But it is, man. That's like accountability is something that's so underrated, man. It's insane. That could like make or break a person, right? Like I heard Bill Gates say this, and who else? A bunch of successful people said, right? The only way they achieved their success was through like hyper focus, right? And like a focus and accountability come hand in hand, because again, someone in your early stage right? If you don't have that natural discipline to be focused, accountability is going to be that leash for you, essentially, because every time you waver, something's pulling you back in, right? And in your case, you're building a community that you truly want to be accountable to this community. And like for other case, for me, is like I really want to be accountable for myself. I'm at a point where like I don't want to let myself down anymore, right? It's because
Right.
take it in. How many times, like you know this from personal experience, right? Just as I do. How many times you need to lie to yourself and beat yourself up, and you feel shitty inside that like I can't even keep a promise to myself, man. Let alone how am I gonna do anything? It makes you feel worthless. It makes you feel shameless. It makes you feel like you have absolute no value in society. And like, bro, to be a person of power in any respect, you need to have that in you, right? Like you need to be able to be a person that's like accountable and someone who you can count on, right? So it's just providing value at the end of the day, man. It's just providing value. And I love what you're doing because you're genuinely building a community. And not only are you serving yourself, but you're serving a massive amount of people with you. It doesn't matter if you're getting 200 views now or 20,000 views in the future. It's crazy because it's bigger than this, bro. It's bigger than just the views. It's bigger than just you. It's bigger than just your community. Like you're genuinely doing something that's going to genuinely change someone's life. Because, bro, I've known you for 4 years now. And like, there's a handful of times where I've seen the passion you had today, bro. You know, and it was insane that like you just got fired up from nothing.
Bro, can I just touch on this really quick?
Yeah. Go ahead.
You know, I was thinking about this too all day, and I was thinking, why is it? Back then, the only time I only felt like this was when I was with Umar and hanging out with him. But then I remembered a very important and crucial thing. Back then, I was reading so many self-help books, just like you were.
Mhm.
And I was thinking, and that's why as soon as before you got on the Zoom, like guys, if you're watching right now, it took me a minute before I could get on. He texted me, but then I was doing something. What I was doing was ordering on Amazon Outwitting the Devil. Because I'm like, I have to get back to reading self-help books. And it's gonna come tomorrow. But I'm like, you know what? I have to, because if I'm constantly, just like you said, inputting new information to your brain. You're digesting, and you're every morning you're just like when I read my Bible, I say it's spiritual breakfast. Like before I eat real food, I allow like the spirit to come inside me.
Yeah.
You're giving yourself good wisdom and information so that you can learn, grow, and apply it to your life. And with that, you start to pick up a lot of these habits and tips and tricks in these books. But I was thinking, and I was also thinking about that, and I was also thinking about how speaking. I was watching a video on Andrew Tate earlier, just on the personal, not with the channel. And one of the most important things he was talking about to becoming very influential and successful was speaking. So learning how to communicate, learn how to
100%.
communicate and spread a message, sell something, influence somebody to do something. So I'm like, you know what? I have to take one of his courses, one of those speaking courses. I'll probably take another one afterwards.
Yeah.
Because it's so important. It'll
So
apply, bro, it'll apply to my
massive.
channel. It'll apply to this. It'll apply to everything, how you communicate with people. And I haven't even taken it yet. I was just watching bits of it, but already it makes me think about what makes someone, is it their hand gestures when they're moving around, they're trying to convey a message like Jordan Peterson or Gary Vee? Or is it when they're talking very loud like this and then they bring it back down and say, no, you know, very, very important. That's something I always pick up with you. You talk to people, you have been very interesting. I don't know if you intentionally do it. And I'll stop rambling, but when you talk, it's almost like, maybe it's your natural voice, but like you're talking to a little kid and you're telling them a story. And I'm like, dude, that's such a powerful, interesting thing. I don't know if you picked it up,
No,
but maybe you're just genuinely intrigued. I think that's what it is, curiosity when you're listening to other people speak, but I'm trying to figure it out. I'm trying to add it in any way I can.
Yeah.
And, but yeah, man, it's just, I don't know what it is. I think this is self-help, and they're inputting the right information and really
100%.
trying to influence your life.
And bro, to tie this all in together, it's so funny we're bouncing back and forth. I love it. But to tie this all together, this is super interesting, bro, because take it in. This is not our first time we started reading self-help books, right? Through the past 4 years, we picked it up and on. But here's a cool thing. Last time I told you to start reading, in like the second or third episode when we revamped the podcast, right? The reason why I told you to start reading was for the input aspect, right? And it was funny because you had a really interesting answer, which I messed with and I respect, because like you heard it from someone I respect like incredibly, right?
I totally disagree with that answer now, though, by the way.
Right? We're like, no, Umar, don't read, because like, what's the point? It's just entertainment, right? And then my thought process was, you kind of caught me off guard. I'm like, you know what? He's right to a certain degree. It is entertainment, but there's definitely more value in like reading a book about business or something than like me watching like, I don't know, a new Netflix special, right? Okay, but here's the interesting thing, right? Because now I'm reading the book, and this is what I love, bro. And it's crazy how, bro, Josh, sometimes the world works in such an interesting way. This is why I believe in God, bro. But the recent chapter I read, at the end, it had one of those sections where you had to write shit down, right? And I hate when books do that, bro. Because I'm so lazy. I don't want to get up and get a pen. So I'm writing some book. I'm writing something down, and I'll actually read you the questions that I ask because I mess with it, right? It's basically asking in respect to your time in your day of what are you in control of in your life, okay, and what are you not in control of, right? And this is obviously to take charge and like, you know, the stuff you're not in control of, your 9 to 5 job, okay, but the time you're not, you could do a lot of things. But the interesting part about this chapter in specific, Josh, it was tying everything back together, saying it doesn't matter if we write these books to help people. The book itself is not going to help you. What's going to help you is you take the knowledge from the book and take action, which you said as well in last time in your response, right? It doesn't matter about what you read. You can read 100 self-help books, it's fine. Or you can read one self-help book, or like you said, one chapter, one little sentence, and go take massive action. That could pay off dramatically. But I think you need a balance of both. I need like, it's funny because these guys are saying in the book, you should have at least 10 hours, like 5 to 10 hours of personal development a week. Whether that means reading, going to a seminar, networking with someone important, working like some sort of education aspect, bro, right? Which is absolutely insane. So I love it that you're
Why do you
picking
say 5? Why do you say 5 to 10? I agree
Sorry?
with you. I want to know
Yeah.
your reason. I agree with you, but why do you
It,
say 5 to 10?
it wasn't me. I'm just saying from the book.
Okay.
If you would ask me how much time should you spend, I would say anywhere from 5 to 7, an hour a day, maybe take the weekends off. But again, the more financial literate you are, right? Again, everyone doesn't matter if you're an entrepreneur or not, everyone should be financially literate. Like money's everything. If you haven't learned that by now, money's everything. The more financial literate you are, the more opportunities you'll find, the more risk you could take, or less risk you could take to acquire more. Life is not just about working. Life is not just about making money. It's about enjoying. One thing I absolutely love right now, the way me and my wife have things set up, is we're just enjoying life. We don't necessarily have to work a specific job. We make money through our side hustles and kind of pay the bills. It's awesome, right? Yeah, right now I'm kind of tied against the wall, but it's crazy. When you're tied against the wall, new opportunities come up, right? And I had to be financially literate to even find those opportunities, which is it's great, bro. But sorry, okay, I kind of got off topic. But the reason why I said the difference between then and now, Josh, is we were reading a shit ton of books and doing nothing. Maybe the podcast we were doing, right? But nothing else. I was going to school, you were going to work. The difference now is we're learning all this knowledge. We're running a podcast together. You're running your personal your personal mission, which is insane building community. Now you have your React channel as well. So it's like you're not just reading a book and just that's it. No, you're actively building 3 businesses. Every time I create a TikTok for my Calgary page or a TikTok for my VR page, Josh, it's never of I want 1 million views. I want to run. No, like this content is building my business, man. Like one day these are going to be legitimate brands. So like the content creation aspect, that's just a generation we live in. Me making that content is almost like me going out and finding prospects for a new business. And I firmly believe that. So it's interesting how we take these books, apply it to our real life, apply it to our businesses, and like really scale our brands to the next level.
Yeah. Oh man, Andrew Tate wouldn't be happy, bro. What is that? Mocha, frappuccino, latte,
Nah,
mate?
it's just iced coffee, bro. It's regular iced coffee, man.
I'm just kidding, bro. I'm just kidding. I was trying to have a moment, bro. But bro, I agree, man. I agree with everything you're saying. Everything's true. And just on that, the self-help books and like reading, like you said, now we're taking action. We have all these businesses. You're absolutely right. It's just a compliment to our life.
Exactly.
And it makes you, yeah, exactly, more fluent with your speaking, more poised. You have more information and knowledge and wisdom to give. You can apply it to certain principles in your life, create analogies and stories and connect the two. Man, 100%. And I was definitely more back then when I was reading all the time, I was more passionate, just like how I am now, because I was inputting all this information. Now I feel like I'm just learning this information by doing things every single day and applying and really taking action in life. Yeah. And it happens fast. But then now couple that with actual, like you said, 1 hour a day plus on self-help, man, you're going to move and make massive waves.
100%. And it's bro, this is what I love is it's crazy because like we could take action in our life and like change it for the greater good. And not just our own life, but people around us as well, your friends, your family. Because it's not a solo mission, right? To get to the top. It's something you do together, which is like freaking phenomenal.
Man, I'm not gonna lie too. I was thinking about what I said to you not yesterday, 2 days ago. I don't know what I said. A couple days ago, remember when I called you and I was like, "Hey, man, what if we really went hard on this content and I scrapped the copywriting for a little bit, you scrapped the drop shipping or just put it on the back burner for a little bit, and we went really hard on YouTube. You went on your personal. If it took off, I helped you with that, and then I built my thing on the side and really get really good at content so that we can work from wherever. And let's say December comes, we're like, okay, let's go and move somewhere for like a couple weeks. because I was thinking, and I was kind of motivated too, but the fact that we're going to Calgary, it's awesome. We're going to be in a new place, but also I was like I'm like, it looks horrible in the winter. So kind of like preparing myself from that like agony of like living there and like working a job which is awesome. I'm grateful and privileged for the job I'm going to be working, but like where I know I'm capable of so much more, and you're capable of so much more and so many opportunities. And you're going to be in such a situation where it's just snowing every day, and I don't mind snow, but like all of that kind of mashed together, it's going to motivate you. It's going to build you into a beast, and you're going to be like, okay, I got to do this. Okay, I got to think strategic about this. This video didn't pop up. Why did I do it? Why didn't it work? And so, it really made me think. I'm like, okay, right now, and something intrinsically too. So weird. Something intrinsically. I'm like, I want to get out of this week, out of this quarantining, because I probably have a week left or less. And I'm not even sick, to be honest, not anymore. At least I'm better. But I'm like, I want to get out of this quarantine with at least something, like at least a business, even if there's not making any money yet or a little, something to be like, oh, okay, I did something during this quarantine. I wasn't just at home. Maybe for the first couple of days I was, but I wasn't just at home just slacking off. Now I'm like, you know what? I'm actually putting content out there, especially when you called me and you're like, Josh, put content out there. I'm like, I can walk out of this with at least the base and the foundation built for another business on top of the other two things I'm doing. I'm like, that's cool. That's really, really cool. The fact that I got sick and I'm like, I used it for something that can help me. And then think about that story now, 6 months from now or a year from now. Oh man. So yeah, that also motivated me too, for sure.
Bro, it's crazy because one thing I really love about the brand you're building right now is it's so like, it looks like it's micro niche right now, and it really is right now, which is that's a good thing. But you could really convert this into like a men's health, page where like you mix it with like lifestyle and fashion. Like, do you know there's this YouTuber? I think he's Malaysian or something. He's brown dude. I think he's Hamza or something.
Hamza, yeah. I don't watch.
Bro, I can imagine you like that, bro. And it'd be crazy, like a mix of fitness, like your personal journey, men's health in general, fashion, swagger, how to talk to women, like all of that, bro. I mean, obviously, I know you're not big into pickup and stuff, but I could genuinely see you building a massive brand around that, right? Because you're encouraging the exact right audience. Like, bro, take it in. You're on a platform like TikTok, talking like a real truth, which again, you're not alone. There's definitely other people doing it as well. But it's crazy. It takes a brave person to put yourself out there in the first place, but also to be consistent. That's why I called you out the other day. Because one thing I noticed, and bro, this is so bad, is when I knew you, you were never consistent, bro. Like and neither was I. We would try something for a week or two and we'd fall off. But one thing I absolutely loved was like, bro, like this guy's like consistently posting. Then one day going by, he didn't post. 2 days went by, he didn't post. Day 3, I'm like, no, chill. And I had to reach out to you, and I found out you're sick. You got the cold, the cold. But I'm so glad that you're back on it, because bro, like you don't even realize this right now, bro. I sent you screenshots the other day. Like, you're building something massive. All you have to do is stay consistent.
Bro, I appreciate that so much. I'm not gonna lie, that was part of the built-in factor, kind of like what you said earlier. It was a 2-for-1 stone. If I told myself I can post every single day, even if it was like a 30-second, 45-second, a minute clip, nothing crazy. Here's day 3 or day 20 or whatever. This is what I'm doing. This is what I'm feeling. This is a hack. Nothing crazy. That would, one, keep me accountable for every day, and 2, at the same time, simultaneously, I'm growing. So I'm quitting my addiction, but also at the same time, I'm growing in community. Literally 2 birds with 1 stone. Anyway, I just want to say thanks, man. Thanks for reaching out to me, man. I appreciate it so much. And let's talk about we have 10 minutes left. Let's talk about your fitness journey, because I remember you talking about wanting to lose a lot of weight and getting in shape and build lots of muscle and all that sort of thing. But you never told me that you're going to build like a page around it. So let's talk about that.
Okay, so crazy thing, Josh, is like, without going to like massive amount of detail because we don't have a lot of time, is about 60 days ago, I decided I wanted to make a change. And it was simple, because I didn't want to overcomplicate it. It was simple and very smart. So I decided, have you heard of 75 hard?
I remember you were telling me you were on it, right?
I was on it, but what I thought about 75 hard was too extreme. I'm gonna create my own challenge called 180 easy.
Okay.
And the reason why it's 180 easy, Josh, is the first half, bro, you're dicking around.
Bro, go ahead.
The first half, you're dicking around. You're getting your feet wet in the water. You're going to gym for a half an hour at a time. There's no 2 workouts. There's a 1 minimum half an hour workout a day. Okay. You got to try to be more productive. But I still got you. It's frozen. It's lagging. Are you back?
I'm good. All right, wait, yours?
Okay. Sorry. I think my internet was lagging for a second.
Yeah, okay, we're good. You're good?
Okay, yeah. So the 180 easy. So basically, It's a 180-day challenge. The reason why I made 180 days was if you fuck up one day, it's not going to make you want to restart the whole thing. It's not the end of the world. It's more chill. But the idea was, again, for a person like me who's not active at all, who doesn't even have a real job, who's always on their computer, always on their phone, I'm like, okay, I need to change a couple of things in my lifestyle. One, I need to reduce the amount of sugar intake. I was a massive guy who drinks pop with every meal. Now I switched it to either just water, bubbly, or like a Coke Zero. So that was number one, to reduce the sugar intake. Okay, and generally like sweets. I have a big sweet tooth, so I went from having like a dessert every day to dessert once a week, if not sometimes even less than that. Okay, so cut down the sugar. Two, increase natural activity. So that means is not counting the walking around the gym, to do 10 to 11,000 steps a day, which again, it's not a lot of steps, but it's a decent amount of movement. I think 10,000 steps is equivalent to like 30 minutes of like walking around, right?
No, bro. No. It's equivalent to like an hour.
An hour. Okay, an hour walking around. So it's good physical exercise. I'm like, yo, if I get my body moving and walking, it's funny. The first couple of days, my heels were hurting. Now it's whatever. I did like 20,000 steps the other day. I'm fine now. Okay, so adding the walking. Next thing was like going to the gym every single day without an excuse. I know people say you need to get rest. That's fine. If you're a pro athlete, you need to get rest. If you're a fat fuck, you could go to the gym 7 days a week because you're not going as hard. You don't need to lift the heaviest weights. I could do like, for example, the way I do a very, very simple workout. I go to the gym, go on elliptical from 20 to 30 minutes. Then I'll hit the weights from 20 to 30 minutes. I'll go chest one day, just chest, just shoulders, just back, just legs, arms, and then repeat. If I want to, I'll have a day where it's just cardio too, okay? So a very dumbed down, simple program for the first half. Once we get the first half complete and you have the discipline of getting to the gym, now you start the same way you made your fitness easy, you start to make your diet easy as well. Okay, now we're cutting out the deep fried food. Now we're cutting out the crap. No more junk food. No more eating out. Cook all their meals. Make sure it's not processed. That stuff, which is going to be massively important. So that's the 180 easy for me is a spread out challenge that I've been documenting every single day for the past 60 days.
Nice. So yeah.
So I can post it all, but also like I want to show people results. And the crazy thing is I'm on day 60, Josh, and I lost about 8 pounds, which again, it's not a huge amount of weight, but like 8 pounds of just no diet, just working out a little bit a day. It was massive for me. I feel better. I look better, more active, getting better quality of sleep. I'm sleeping. Remember how I told you a couple of days ago, I was sleeping too much. Now I'm sleeping just the right amount, just 7 to 8 hours. Feel perfectly. I wake up fresh instead of waking up tired. So I'm feeling good, bro. And again, the cool thing with the 180 is when you start working out every single day and you start seeing you're not losing weight as fast as if you went on a real diet, you will start to control your calorie intake. You'll realize that some days you ate like a pig and some days you want to pull back, right? And the cool thing is, since it's so long, it's stretched out so long, you could screw up a whole entire week. But when you zoom out, when in doubt, zoom out, it's just 1 week out of a massive 26-week cycle. So
what page are you putting it on?
I'm going to make a brand new fitness page for this one.
Okay, perfect. And then I was going to say, have you thought about intermittent fasting? Like that's something I'm probably going to do, where just like you eat from 12 p.m. so like noon, and then to 8 p.m. you stop eating. So when you go to sleep at like 10 or 11, and you wake up like 7 or 8, you're only going for like a few hours where you're not eating.
Yeah. Well, you know what, dude? I've done that in the past and it worked very well. I'll definitely do that. I'm kind of doing that right now. Usually eat my latest meal around like midnight, and I don't eat my first meal until like 3 or 4 p.m. So that's about 12, 13, 14, about 15-hour fast I would do about daily.
Sorry. What's up, bro?
Yeah.
Maybe wait, so you said midnight till like 4 p.m.?
Yeah, midnight till about 3 p.m. So I daily already do like a 15-hour fast. But yeah, no, definitely I want to get to a point where it's like an 18-hour proper windows and like calculating properly, checking my macros.
That's the same thing, bro. 12 to 16 hours. Same thing.
Yeah. So that's that definitely helps too. I think the biggest thing was cutting out the sugar, personally.
Yeah. Bro, congrats, man. Holy crap. So you made it 60 days. Yeah, you're inspiring me, bro. And yeah, that is a big point, hey? Sugar, cutting out sugar and like processed oils and stuff and processed sugars. Bro. Man, that's so awesome, bro. Good for you. So what kind of workouts are you doing?
So like, bro, nothing crazy, bro. Like I have a small, what's it called, home gym in my condo, and just mix the free weights and stuff. Like I'm doing chest, I'll do like dumbbell presses, incline flat, dumbbell flies, legs. We have a leg extension, hamstring curls, squats, lunges, for the back, lat pull down, like simple stuff, nothing complicated.
This reminds me of because I was watching Andrew Tate's video. There's like a course. I guess they're releasing a lot of courses on YouTube because they're not available on his website. But this is like the how to get fit in like 30 minutes or less. I'll make it very quick. But he had this similar thing. He's like, just don't eat processed sugars. Anything added sugar to it is bad for you. Make sure you get your fruits and vegetables and lots of meats for protein. And then he said for his workout routine, he gets like an easy bar curl with like 20 or 30 kilos. And he says he does it every morning. He wakes up, does it for like 20 minutes, half an hour before he showers and starts to make money. He says he gets the easy bar curl and he does overhead. Then he goes right into a burpee, right? Like down to like a push up with the easy bar curl, gets up almost like a burpee, and he does it again.
Oh, wow.
25 reps, 4 sets, so about 100. And then he supersets that with tuck jumps, so 25 tuck jumps. And then there's a couple other things he does, but he's like, it's quick, it's fast. I'm not a bodybuilder. I don't care about, you know, huge or anything. I just want to maintain my muscle mass. And then right away, get right to work. Within that 20 minutes, 30 minutes, shower, and he gets right to work. And that's what I was thinking too. I'm like, for my routine and something you can implement, I was telling people, I'm like, just make it simple. I want to make sure I read the Bible every day. So 20 minutes, 15 minutes, half an hour, however long I need to take. 15, 20 minutes of just moving my body, whatever it is. And then bam, shower, and then straight to work. Just making it simple. Post the video, do everything I need to do. I'm like, that way, I don't have to think about anything. I can work for 3, 4, 5 hours. Then when I get hungry, I can eat. But yeah, man, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, the great thing with being simple too, Josh, is like if you're having a lazy day, you could literally push yourself like, yo, I just have 5 things to do and I could dig around watching Netflix for the rest of the day, which is like super awesome. That's literally how I have on the Habits app. It's one of those things where I get it done and I get the rest of my day for myself, you know, which is pretty awesome. But rolling into the last minute, I'll definitely call you after the video, bro. But that wraps it up, guys. If you watched this far, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Yeah, comment down below what challenges you're working on in life. What are you pushing towards? What goals do you have? It's gonna be interesting to see. And that wraps it up.
All right, guys, the next one. We'll see you next one. Cool. Thanks.